Rafael, over here, other side. Another fight week, another young, up-and-coming fighter for you. So I'm curious, when they approached you with Mateusz Gamrot at lightweight, no less, what went through your minds when they asked you to drop back down and, challenge another one of these guys that's on the rise?
Yeah, I think it was when I spoke to my manager, to my coaches, and they loved the fight. It's a good matchup, and it will put me right back on that mix again. And I think I'm happy to be back, to be competing, and at lightweight, the division that I had most success on my career. And yeah, and it's a great fight for me.
So when you did decide to drop back down to lightweight, was it specifically because they offered you Gamrot and he is highly ranked, or were there other matchups that you would have liked in that top 15 that would have also brought you down?
Yeah, he was on one of the options. Gamrot has, he was at one point backup fighter for a title, and that's a good fight that could put me right back on that mix. Of course, there are other names that could make that drop again, but yeah, the reason it's I know my finish line is closer than my start line. But I'm still feeling in great spirit, great shape, and ready to make that drop again. That to 155. It's not that hard, not that easy to me, but I'm still committed to it and still want it.
What do you make of Gamrot's skill set in there? I think he's a European ADCC champion. He was a champion before he got to the UFC. So what do you make of his skills in there?
Yeah, he's a good grappler and great wrestling skills too. I've been trained at B Team, Austin, Texas, and with the best grapplers in the world, and it's been helping a lot. It was good for me to dig back on my roots. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is my background, and it was good for me to go back and dig back on my roots again and train more ground game and train more wrestling. It was a good challenge for me.
And what do you make of the state of the lightweight division now? Because you have guys like you and Dustin and Charles. They're fighting these guys like Armin and Gamrot and Benoit Saint-Denis. Michael Chandler's waiting for Connor. Patty's all of a sudden very popular too. So what do you make of this 155-pound division right now from when you last left?
Yeah, a lot of new blood, a lot of new guys, and my goal is keep winning my fights, and I believe back on the days, I was thinking of myself, like back on the days when I won a championship belt, I kind of forgot about, I said, I'm not going to put my focus on the belt and keep winning my fights, keep having good performance, and I have the same mindset right now. My mind is like keep winning my fights, and maybe Islam's a champion, and we were scheduled to fight a couple times, and I think everything happened when you have good performances, and my focus right now is get a good performance, and I want everybody to be talking about my fight on Sunday morning.
Last one for me. Can I get your thoughts on the main event between Sean and Chito?
I believe Chito going to win. I'm cheering for him, former training partner, and it's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a decision, but Chito going to win.
Well, over here. It's like the first time we don't see you in a main event or co-main event slot in a long time. Curtis Blades was in here earlier, and he said he actually prefers to fight earlier on a preliminary card. So is that something you even think about or care about, or is that just extra stuff for you?
No, really. I'm getting paid the same. Nothing's going to change for me. And it's going to be good that I'm going to go back to the locker room and get rinse off and watch some good fights. And, nothing new.
RDA right here. You've called for the Connor fight a couple of times over the years, and he came out yesterday and said he wants Chandler and then Diaz, close together, but he's getting kind of frustrated. Do you think he is going to come back and fight again?
I believe so. Connor reached some levels on his career that he don't really need to fight. He make money somewhere else, and he, got some big fights on his career, but I think eventually he's going to come back and fight. And yeah, I think like Nate Diaz trilogy could be it too, because they 1-1, I think. But yeah, I believe he's going to come back and fight again.
And at 39, I know you're going to get asked a lot about retirement and how much longer you're going to do this. And I'm just curious, is it just a matter of listening to your body, or are there other factors that play into the consideration of how long you keep competing?
Not just listening to my body, listening to your body, but also how are you performing? And I look at my fights, my previous fights, and I still performing well. I'm still going distance with bigger guys and younger guys, and still training well. And as long as I'm around and able to train and performing well, I'm going to keep doing it.
Thank you.
Just one more for Rafael. Obviously, you said you're at the later stages of your career, so I'm curious, are you looking at big names, or are you just looking for competitive matchups or styles that you specifically like here at lightweight?
Yeah, I think since I'm not getting any big names right now, like Gamrot's a big name, but he's not a star. He's not a UFC star. And I'm just happy to be able to provide to my family and keep competing. And I think having good performances, big fights will come.
Who would you consider a star in this division outside of Conor and the champion?
I believe Charles Oliveira is a big star. Justin Poirier is a big star. Justin Gaethje too, and that's a bunch of guys on this division.